I have a very positive and optimistic view of AI. I think we will bring AI to everyone. We're only gated by your imagination.
What makes Apple Intelligence different?
It's different in that...
Tim, firstly, great to finally see you in person. Usually when I see you at an Apple event, there's like 100 people waiting to take a picture. So I've never actually had a chance to come over and say hello. So it's finally good to meet you in person.
It's great to meet you as well. I'm glad you came out today.
Yeah, good to be here as always. From the UK, so the weather isn't as always nice as it is here. So it's great to be here. First question I need to ask, this is something I need to know. What is your current iPhone that you're using?
I'm using the 15 Pro Max.
Pro Max.
And I love it.
Yeah.
It's attached to me. It's right here.
It's always with you.
Right, always with me. And I love it. And I'm doing spatial video and capturing spatial video for watching on the Vision Pro.
Amazing.
And so that's, one of the great things about being able to do that.
Perfect. And what about your iPad and MacBook?
I'm using the iPad Pro 13-inch.
Okay.
And I use the MacBook Air.
Okay, MacBook Air.
I use the MacBook Pro sometimes, depending upon what I'm doing. So I use both, but I use the Air more.
Right.
And of course, I use our AirPods.
Oh yes.
I could not live a day without the AirPods.
Yeah.
So I use Vision Pro. I was just screening one of the shows that are coming out, and I used the Vision Pro, and so I was lying on my sofa with the screen on the ceiling. It's so great to do that.
Nice. Well, now everybody knows Tim's daily drive is, as we say in the tech world.
Of course, I got my watch on.
Apple Watch Ultra, you can see Snap there. So
Yes.
You've got, it's always interesting to know what the choices are because there are so many options, obviously. So to see which ones are your personal go-tos is always fun to find out.
Yeah, I'd love to try everything.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean,
it's a perk of the job.
It's a toy shop, I'm sure. Now, with the keynote, there was a lot to cover, and I was just telling you right now that my Apple Watch was telling me to stand. So I obviously want to focus on Apple Intelligence because AI has been a word that's been thrown around a lot recently. What makes Apple Intelligence different?
It's different in that we have personal context, and so Apple Intelligence understands you and is relevant to you. It's not only world knowledge, it's also private. As you know, we've had a long-standing belief that privacy is a basic human right. And so it's very private. And so between having personal context and privacy, this makes it very unique. And it's also integrated into the apps that you're already using. And so you don't have to think about, well, I want to use intelligence and go to another app. It's embedded in notes, embedded in mail, embedded in messages, embedded in pages and Keynote. It's all over the place. In essence, the writing tools, which you saw in the Keynote, is everywhere there's a blinking cursor. And so it's that profound.
Yeah. Now, speaking of writing tools, I think that was probably one of my highlights, which I can see myself using all the time. Emails, having to go through emails all the time, having suggestions, being able to summarize things, like that's something that really appeals to me. And I was like thinking about my nieces. I'm like, they will use things very differently, so they'll be using Genmoji and different things like that. How about yourself? What top 3 features can you see yourself using every day?
I'm already using all of them, to be honest with you. It's sort of like our products. I'm testing out all of them. I find that I do a lot of writing, a lot of email. Apple's system of communicating is primarily email. And so I get a lot of incoming. And I love the ability to change it up, to get something more professional or more playful or friendlier. And so I think that's a big idea. Genmoji It's interesting. A lot of us communicate with emoji, but we only use a very few of them at the end of the day, because there's a finite catalog, and we begin to curate that catalog to just a few. What Genmoji allows you to create anything you want. They're custom, and so you're only gated by your imagination. I think people are going to love that. And I think Image Playground is also profound, because you can do things from your photo library and do something very playful. Or if you're writing something, we're all visual people. You may want to put in an image, and it knows what you're writing about, so it can come up with a pertinent image that's appropriate for your writing. And so all of these are big. I also, I like probably you, I get a lot of notifications and this sort of thing. And so having the phone or the Mac or the iPad summarize these for me and prioritize them is big. Instead of going down what is an extraordinary list.
Scroll it through.
Yeah, exactly. So there's so many, and the fact that I don't have to think about using it, it's there, is big. And so I think we will bring AI to everyone.
AI is something that a lot of people kind of have a bit of a fear of. We've seen the Terminator. Some people are nervous and apprehensive, understandably, about AI. What would you say to them?
Well, the ways that we're deploying it is very thoughtful, first of all. And so we have spent the time and done what we think is doing it right. I think that AI, done the way that we're doing it, really helps you. It really acts as an assistant to you. It makes your writing better. It makes you communicate crisper. It makes you funnier with Genmoji, et cetera. And so I have a very positive and optimistic view of AI. And I know there's lots of things to think about, and I don't have my head in the sand, but the ways we're deploying it, we've been very thoughtful.
Tim, thank you so much.
All right.
I've actually got you a little something that I have to give all my guests on the channel.
Thank you.
These are my official sunglasses. You were probably thinking, why is he wearing sunglasses? So these are my official sunglasses. They're not advanced like the Vision Pro, of course, but
I love it.
They'll be helpful in the sun here.
Yeah, thank you. I could have used them this morning.
Yeah. Well, for the next one.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.